This is bad day devil drink water. Ojo buruku eshu gbomimu. Kai! Nigeria are out of the Africa Cup of Nations. What a very sad day. It pay me. This one pay me. But kudos to the guys. Congratulations to the guys. Semi-finals playing against the host. We knew it was going to be a tough one. It wasn't going to be an easy meet for them today. And after 120 minutes of football, there was nothing to separate these two sides. Goalless, it ended. And straight to penalties we went. And, God, it was an atrocious, calamitous penalties for Nigeria. One to actually forget. 4-2 on penalties, the final score, as the host Morocco sailed into the final of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, where they will now face Senegal in the final on Sunday. That will be an interesting watch. Senegal have been perhaps the most complete team at this tournament. Earlier on today, they eliminated Egypt 1-0. Sadio Mane with the only goal of the game, getting one over Mo Salah there in the other semi-final of the Africa Cup of Nations tournament. But the Nigerian boys, the Super Eagles, gave it their all. It just wasn't to be. The team really missed the calmness, the leadership, the recovery play of Wilfred Ndidi, the captain, in the middle of the pack today. That yellow card, second yellow card, or that yellow card in the last game really cost Nigeria today, because there was no calmness, there was no maturity in that middle of the pack. Onyedika was completely overwhelmed. That game swallowed him. It was too big of a game for him to actually make any meaningful impact. So it was really a horrendous showing for him. He's still a young lad growing, but that Wilfred Ndidi shoes, were just too big for him to fill today. We're not singling anyone out for blame, but Wilfred Ndidi's absence really cost Nigeria today. But the referee, we need to mention that also. The referee had a lot of say in proceedings today. That was one of the worst refereeing outings we've seen at this tournament. And coincidentally, the previous one also happened with the host in action against Cameroon in the quarterfinals as well. And today, again, we saw it. Almost every single decision, every 50-50 went the Moroccans' way. I don't know how. Even when Bassey was fouled, it was him who got yellow carded. It was really bad. It was that bad for the entire world to see. Almost every single decision went the way of Morocco. They didn't allow a free-flowing game. In the end, the stop-start approach to the game really didn't help the rhythm of the final that we had hoped to come enjoy. But it shall pay me. It pay me. A lot of Nigerians were really hoping this would be perhaps a payback or some sort of consolation for missing out on the World Cup by winning the Africa Cup of Nations title. But in the end, it wasn't to be. Victor Osimhen was taken out. I think he was injured towards the closing stages. Wasn't moving well. But really good game of football. Eric Chell, I think the boys, I know a lot of now they expect maybe we'll come here, come bash them. We are not bashing them today. When them perform bad, we go talk up. But they've given it their all. They were tired towards the end. Maybe Chukwueze should have come in. Samuel Chukwueze should have come in a bit earlier. He came in towards. I have said it here. I'm not blaming Eric Chell, but I still don't know why coaches or managers don't learn from this. It hardly ever works out, especially when you are heading towards a penalty shootout, that you bring on a player fresh from the bench few minutes before the end of the game to come and take penalty. I said it. I said it in my football group before the penalties. As soon as I saw Samuel Chukwueze, come on, I said it in the group. I'm like, hey, why is the coach bringing him on to come and take penalties? He's going to miss. And that's exactly what happened. He was too casual. He was too... Someone said maybe he missed it on purpose. Perhaps angry that he didn't start the game. I don't want to believe that. When you bring on someone fresh from the bench like that, they are not fully warmed up. They are not... adept to the rhythm, the pace of the game just yet. There are some, steps behind. So he rarely ever works out. And we saw it today again. He missed his penalty. So too the Nigerian left back Bruno as well. 4-2 on penalties, the final score. So Nigeria are out of the Nations Cup. Well, heartbreaking moment for Nigeria. Nigerians, make una take heart. Make una take heart. Another one they come. So no AFCON Nation title for Nigeria, no World Cup for Nigeria this year, but Nigerians will take a lot of heart from the performances of the Nigerian Super Eagles all through this tournament. It wasn't to be in the end. So Nigeria are out. So let's hear in the comment section